What's up, guys? Bootsman out here today. Today, I'm gonna bring this content for you all here. Today is a little net fishing. As you guys can see, we just stumble along this little river here. So that river linked to salt water, salt and fresh. So these guys, as you can see, they set up the net over there and they come from all the way up there. 3 guys dragging that net, coming all the way to bounce this other net. So if you all want, stay tuned and we'll see when them guys pull up that net what kind of species living in this salt and sweet water, right? Stay tuned. So this river here, I'm gonna explain a little about this river to you all, for all who don't know and all who didn't see how a floodgate this be. So I'm gonna explain and tell you all what a floodgate really for. Floodgate look like, and I'll explain to you what a floodgate really use and build for, right? So stay tuned on my way. All the way there's lagoon, more flatlands, and you know flatlands really got our water we coming up into the island and probably going to flood out the lands. So here I'm almost by this half of this floodgate. Have a step you can climb up there to turn that wheel for this structure here. So as you guys can see, the floodgates are open. That is for water to keep channel in and channel out. The reason why a floodgate is built for, when the seawater coming up, meaning the tide is too high, they're going to lock this floodgate for preventing the sea tide coming up all the way in the lands and filling all the lands with water. The next reason, when it have plenty rainfall here in Trinidad, heavy rain, the rain is going to fill up the lands. And when the rain full the lands, this floodgate going to be open up and all the water going to be running back out into the main river to meet the sea. So I'm going to take a walk and show you the other part of this floodgate, right? So as you guys can see here, this is a steering wheel to be going all the way around with this little so this is called a shaft into the steering wheel, and when you turn the wheel gonna send down that blockage or either raise it up. As you guys can see, the water is exiting out from the lands, the lagoon lands. So the water is coming all the way from the lands heading back out to the sea because the tide is getting low and all the water is pulling out going to the sea. So I'm going to show you the other side of this floodgate. This is the river here coming all the way from the salt. So that is the same thing here from the other side, as you can see. Same procedure with this one. This side is a little dry. As you can see, it blocked off. That is the main river. So when the sea water coming up, water going to be coming in from that direction. So when it's too high, main reason for these things here is to block off for the water to be entering the land. So that is what they call a floodgate. And I'm sure you enjoy this video and you really get to know what's a floodgate for and why we have them in Trinidad here. It's because preventing the seawater from coming up more into the land from our lakes and rivers. So I'm going to take a walk and see where they had the older floodgate when it comes to the other side of the stream. A river here. This is what I believe it's a floodgate to block the water and water coming up from the sea. So that is the seaside there, connect up to the sea and coming all the way in the land and coming up more to meet mangroves and land where people live and have their houses. So they try to prevent the water from coming in our land, right? So this is the old structure here, as you can see. Same thing, they have the shaft and they maybe had a wheel to be turning to send down these blockage gates. As you can see, where the water is flowing through there, that's what they call a blockage gate. And I'll show you all on the other side where the water keep exiting. As I said, the tide is a little low, heading back down to sea, and the water is currently pushing out at sea. So that is where the water exiting from our land, heading all the way back out at sea. So I'm heading back by the guys and them here now to see what they're going to hold in the net. So today's fishing is a net fishing. So I'm heading up back by the guys and them there. They almost meet the bar. There's a bar we call it. So on one side of the river, when you block the river with a net, the other set of guys going to walk higher up the river and keep walking down with the other piece of net, dragging it to meet the bar. So I'm here now and I'm going to see how long them fellas have again to pull up this net. They are almost there. As you can see, that is the main net they block there. Walking from all the way up there, coming down, dragging a net to meet this main net. So they're almost there. And stay tuned, and we're going to see what kind of fishes and species caught in this area here. Right? Net man, I man, there's all kind of net. Cast net coming out there now. One inside there. Have a man walking around with a bag coming. Have it zoom up here.